It's okay. We'll see. Oh, I think we are live. Let's see. Mm. Is there anyone? I don't know.
I think we are. We're both looking at the... Yay! I can see Ciao Bella said, hello, ladies.
Hello. I don't see it though. Ah, okay.
Yep, we're live. I can see myself rather largely on the screen. I'll step back.
Okay. I think I see it too.
Yep.
Cool. 7 people are watching already.
Good.
Nice.
Hi, Sarah. I can see your comment come up now. Right. Shall we make a start then? Julie, do you want to start off?
Yeah, I can. So, hello everyone. Hello, Ciao Bella lovers. So, I am Julie, and I'm the owner of Julie's Secret Stash, which is a new scrapbooking and papercraft shop. I am based out of Luxembourg, which is a super tiny country between Germany, Belgium, and France. And I am originally from Belgium, from a city called Liège. Some of you know it. And so, yeah, we're here today because on my shop, I have some products from Ciao Bella, especially the Memories of a Snowy Day collection that we will look together today. I'm showing it here, but Lou has lots of papers to show us anyway, so you will see it again later on. And yeah, hello everyone, I'm checking the chat. And just to tell you a bit more about my shop and what's the vision and thought behind it. Because it's not just another shop where I drop items and then I just wait for you to buy them. But what I wanted to do with my shop is to try to recreate the actual in-person experience, because most of the time when you go to a scrapbooking shop and you just browse around, you don't have really an idea of what you want to get, but you just look and see what you will like, and then maybe on the spot you'll have ideas on what you want to do with the items. So I tried to recreate that experience because I felt like on website usually we just see the same pictures over and over again that all the websites have, and sometimes it's difficult to understand in real life what those products look like. So in every product of my shop, I make a lot of pictures myself of the product. I try to do like flip through so that you can actually see how the product look like in real life. So yeah, checking the comments in the same time. So you can see how the products look in real life, and then when you get the products in your hands, you're not surprised or disappointed or anything. It should be like as you are seeing them in the shop. So that's one thing. The other thing I try to do is that I try to have some brands or some products that we don't see everywhere. You might say that this is also in terms of perception. Maybe in Luxembourg, we are exposed to different brands than in Italy or Spain or the Netherlands. But I know that around Luxembourg and France, we don't see that much Ciao Bella in shops. So this is a reason why in my shop, I want to make people discover new brands that they couldn't find somewhere else. And along with that thinking, in every order that people place, you will also have a few gifts that are from independent creators or small artists that I collaborate with. For example, right now I have 2 artists from France who do little stickers and die cuts. So I put some of them in all the orders so that you can also discover new creators, but not like those super famous ones that everybody know, but that you can get like something new. And then third thing I want to do with Julie's Secret Stash is that so I started most of the crafting during the last 2 years, and what I really enjoy with the crafting and scrapbooking is the community. So with Instagram, on Facebook, it's like people are very kind, and most of the time I guess you also do it, but we usually do swaps, so sending each other some cards or some happy mail, and people are always so generous and nice, putting so many goodies inside, and this is what I love the most. So what I try to do with Julie's Secret Stash is to propose like monthly activities in which you can meet people from the community, get some exposure to people maybe from another country that you are who have a different style, so that you can share with them. And so, for example, last month, this month in November, the activity was as I call the library swap. So we were creating a little box shaped like a book full with goodies inside, and then every participant that participate in the swap also got a discount code on Julie's Secret Stash, so that if they want to purchase something from the shop to do the swap, they can do it. And then everybody had a partner, and and then you're just having fun. So that's, I think, in a nutshell about Julie's Secret Stash. And yeah, maybe I can let it to you, Lou.
Right, what I'll do is if I get Sarah to switch me off, I can then turn my camera around and show everybody what I'm hoping to make tonight.
Let's do it.
Hi, Sarah, can you switch me off for the moment?
I think there's a bit of delay. Yeah, and if you have any questions in the meantime that Lou is coming back, if you have any questions on Julie's Secret Stash or just about me, feel free to drop them in the chat. Actually, I'm talking in the chat with the Julie Trinco, which is my personal account. I didn't log with the right account in the live, so if you see somebody replying, this is me. And the shop is Julie's Secret Stash. So if you want to go on the website, I will actually write it down. JulieSecretStash.com. So if you want to have a look. And I'm also super active on Instagram. I put the handle so that you can go. So that I often post like presentation of products or presentations of brands and things like that. So don't hesitate to follow if you want to follow what's happening. I see, Lou, you're back.
I am back. I'm just making sure, I'm just letting Facebook catch up with me so I can see if everything's in shot. Because there's nothing worse when it isn't.
Yeah.
Right. So I have to stand on a box to see because I'm quite short. So I'll just climb off my box now.
Yeah, I can feel you. I'm also super small. So I know the problem.
Right. Okay. So as you said, we're looking at memories of a snowy day. And what I've done is I've created some different cards, and I wanted to use some of the 12 by 12 papers and some of the smaller elements so people can get an idea of that you can cut into your cards in lots of different, or your papers in lots of different ways to make big cards, small cards, if that makes sense. So what we're going to start doing is I'm going to start with this card here, and this is actually taken from a 12 by 12 paper and the different elements from it. So if I grab the paper in question, so this is all my stash here ready to go, and I've already used my 12 by 12, but you get the same paper in the 6 by 6 pad, and it's this one here. And what I've done on the 12 by 12 is I've actually cut away this element here, which has the couple. I've then cut out the beautiful mistletoe, and I will be using the chair as well. But I've cut it out so I can use all the rest of the papers within the project as well, if that makes sense. Okay, right, let's put you away for the moment.
That's a super idea. I love it.
Well, I like to get as much, out of your paper as you can. So just to give you an example, that is the 12 by 12 paper. that's what's left, and I want to be able to use it. I mean, this element here I would keep because it would make another embellishment for another card or for a page. But all of these bits we will use, hopefully, she says, fingers crossed. Right, so I'm just going to put the other two cards to one side. I'm going to grab a distressing tool. So all I've done is I have prepped a lot of things in advance because I just wanted to show you lots of different ideas today. So I've just got, let's move all the bits I need. So I've just got some matte layers. Now, this card is an A5 card. So all I want to do is I just want to distress the edges on my card. I'm being really good at not using scissors because I don't trust myself in front of everybody. If I'm doing it myself, I would just get my scissors out.
So what are you using now to?
It's a distress tool.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's got tiny little blades in there that you just put the card in.
Oh,
and it can just sit that way. Normally, I would use a pair of scissors, but I don't want to do it just in case. I know, you just go just in case. So we'll just distress all of these up. Now, you don't have to distress the edges. I've gone for browns and creams, but no, I'll show you the topper in a minute. Let's get rid of all that rubbish, though. You could easily do this in reds or greens because there is so many colours within the actual paper, and actually even a grey. A grey would look super cool as well. Right, so let's get this done. He's saying I was prepped, and I could have probably prepped these bits beforehand, but never mind. Right. Okay, so we'll put those to get rid of all the dust everywhere. So as I was saying, in the actual topper design itself, I could have easily gone for some greens instead of the brown, or I could even gone for a beautiful red. So there's lots of colour options, or where we've got the background there, a really lovely warm grey.
And that part, did you cut it from the paper, or did you die cut the couple on something else?
No. This is the backing paper itself.
Oh, okay.
All I've literally done is, where's the piece there? So the 12 by 12 sheet, that would sit there.
Got it. All right.
So, and then the chair elements there, and that would have been where so all I've done is literally just cut that out as a whole piece.
Got it. Cool.
So, because I think sometimes if we use a whole 12 by 12 piece, it's really hard you don't want to cover some elements because you think, oh gosh, they're stunning.
Yeah.
You just go, oh, I really don't want to cover those. They're really beautiful. Right, so I'm just going to distress this and then we can get making.
And do you distress it to give it like a vintage look?
Yeah, so it's just giving it like a torn, shabby chic look along there. Well, you don't have to. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just leave it as it was and doodle around the outside.
Okay. Yeah, I like the looks it's giving it.
Right, I'm just going to get rid of all this dust and then we'll start doing the first few layers. Right, let's grab my glue. Sorry, because of wearing headphones, I'm conscious now that this wire is everywhere, but... Right, okay. I know. I can't get on, because I have tinnitus, I can't get on with the ones that you wear in your ears.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got those either. You're just on speaker right now.
Because, no. I don't like listening to what's going on in my own head, let alone amplified. So all I've done is just matching and layering those on. So it's a little simple border. I just want to add a little bit more distress just there. And I mean, I've just cut straightforward matte layers. So I've taken the A5 card blank and then just cut my layers down a couple of millimeters each time. If you've got dies, layering dies, you could easily do that as well. Right, so the image is going to just sit inside there. And as I said, I just wanted to make the edges look a little bit more, if I lift it up, you can see a little bit more worn and faded. Sorry.
The paper you're gluing it on, is it white or is it like cream paper?
It's a cream, like a cream colour, an off cream.
Got it.
It's not like a super yellowy cream. Do you know what I mean? It's just slightly off cream.
I see.
Would we call that ivory? Is it the posh word for that, ivory? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I think.
Right, so that's actually just putting the whole image down. Let's just move the glue out of the way. And then from the same paper, in the corner, you get this beautiful, beautiful mistletoe with a bow, and you've got a gorgeous gem on it, if you can see from there. And it's just, and I have cut it all out, and I might have gone a little bit extreme and cut all the gaps inside, but I just thought that looked really cool doing that. And I just want to grab some, I'm going to use 3D foam for speed. Normally I would use something like a gel medium
What
to
about
layer up.
putting some gems, some real gems on top?
Yeah, it's just that for speed, and then everything dries a lot quicker if I use 3D foam dots, that's all. And then I can move on a little bit quicker. And I just want to put a few of those on. And so far from that backing paper, all I've used is 2 elements so far, which is the couple themselves and the beautiful bouquet of mistletoe. She says, right. I've just seen someone's comment. I'm trying to read the comments as I do this at the same time. I've just seen Serena's comments. Right, so there we go. Sorry. This is always when you want to be quick and get the backing off. It'll never come off.
You were super quick indeed.
Right.
It's a bit confusing because on the live on my phone I can see you, and then when I look at the computer it's a bit like delayed, so I'm trying to focusing on both at the same time. It's a bit hard.
I've just seen May's comment. Lou is super fast with cards. Right, so I just want to put that in the corner now. So it's just coming up a little bit. So you still can see the couple, but I've got this beautiful mistletoe going over the top. And
Wow.
I've then got some other elements. Now, the smaller elements from here, if I grab the 6x6 papers, where are you? You're here. You get in the 6x6 papers some of these like little postcards. So what I've just done is I've actually just cut that away. So if you didn't want to use the whole of that little postcard, cut the element that you want away, and you've then created more embellishments as well.
Do you have a technique to die cut precisely, or
no, I just scissors.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I use big scissors. I don't use small. I very rarely.
It's easier, like because you can actually go around. I feel like.
Yeah, I just feel it's easier that way. So I've got that element there. I've also got you get within the 12x12 lots of little elements that I want to layer up. But one thing I do want to do, and I don't know if you actually stock it, I am going to be naughty and use it. This is the stamp set that goes with it, Swan Lake. And I just want to, you get the sentiment, mistletoe and falling snow in the paper pack, but I want to use it in the colours that go with the card a little bit more. So I'm just actually going to use that one.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the stamps on the shop.
Oh,
sometimes
sorry.
You have to make decisions.
I know. But
like imagine I would get everything on the shop, then I would just have like a full warehouse. But I'm gonna check actually in the 12x12 what you were mentioning about the cards, so that maybe people can see at the same time.
The little cards are in the 6x6, but you also get in the 12x12. Just grab my 12x12. In the paper pad, you get bigger versions, so you get ones there. So this is the paper pad, and you also will get it in the patterns pad as well. She says, grabbing it.
Yeah,
and the patterns
here in the 12x12.
Yeah, and then also in the patterns pad as well, you get lots of little toppers and embellishments as well.
Yeah, I think this is the one you got.
Yeah. And you can get, and it comes in different sizes, so even in the same pad, you'll get that. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's a So all I want to do is I just want to add some little snowflakes, because of the stamp set now can allow me just to add a few bits to the background, and that's all I've just wanted to do in similar colors, and I'm just using an archival ink
Do you usually color just the stems, or you just let it black
I'm
and
just going
white?
to leave them. I'm just going to leave them like this because I think I don't want to colour them so they become the focus. I still
Oh,
want the beautiful image to be the focus. Right, so let's put you there. And I just want to grab, you get a little smaller snowflake as well. So, and I just want to add, so all I'm doing, I'm just chosen a sepia brown sort of colour with the smaller snowflakes, just to bring in a little bit of the brown from my background.
oh,
And I'm
okay.
not, yeah, and I'm not being precise as well about worrying if it's, super crisp, because the background is really forgiving because it's such a lovely snowy background. You
Yeah,
don't have to you don't have to worry about that. Right, and then as I said, the reason I'll move my cable. Okay, so we've got this beautiful sentiment. Now in the paper pad, you will see this sentiment in the paper pad in lots of different versions, but because I've got the stamp set and I want it to match what I'm making, I'm just
oh,
using this. So I'm trying to think, you've got it in off the top of my head, you've got it in, I think, the patterns pad. You've
oh.
definitely got it in the paper pad. So you have,
I'm trying to find it.
I know, sorry. Do you
Uh,
have the A4 pad as well, or just the 12 by 12s?
I have the 12 by 12 and the 8 by 8.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll find also in some of the backing papers, you will find lots of the same sentiments that you can cut away if you didn't want to use the whole of the backing paper. If I just stamp this, I'll show you what I mean. I want to get a piece of card. So let's just put this on here.
Yeah, and if people weren't there at the beginning, so you can see the two people, the couple on the card is actually coming from this 12 by 12. So
Yeah.
here is a very detailed picture.
So all I did with that you're holding up there is I just cut the couple out to make it fit the card front, and then I'm going to use the bench on another card as well.
Okay. Yeah, and you were talking about the snowy background, so here you can see it very detailed. There's
Right.
snow on the couple also. So yeah.
Yeah.
And actually on the back of this one, you have some sentiments. I see like December and joy. So if you have a piece left, maybe you can turn it around and use the sentiment.
Yeah, and some of the other papers, I'm trying to let me see if I can find it to show you
Yeah.
which one I mean.
I'm distracting you.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. I'm quite easily distracted, so don't worry. Even when I'm prepped. In the patterns pad, there is a backing paper. Let's see if I can find it now quickly. Here we. No, not that one, but that's beautiful. I'm in love with the houses.
Yeah.
Right, here it is. In the patterns pad, you have got a whole backing paper there. So you could
Oh,
carefully cut out good memories of December and joy. You've got hello winter, let's get cozy. So
that's cool.
you could cut these out and have them as your sentiments as well.
Mm-hmm.
You could cut each of these elements out individually, which means you have umpteen toppers to use then. So if you didn't want to use the whole background there, just looking at those images alone, you've got so many sort of thing.
Yeah, that's why you don't have to use a paper as
No,
big. You can decorate them too.
yeah, right. So just going to quickly cut this out.
And then I see above the cover there's like a you and me sentiment. You also
Yeah,
are you using that one? It's already on the card maybe.
yeah, it's already on the card. I'm not, but yeah, you've got the you and me that you can cut out as well.
Mm-hmm.
What would be nice with the you and me, where you've got that on, is if you've got something like a micron pen or even like a jelly roll glitter pen, you drew over the top of it, so you made it all sparkly and stand out a little bit more. That would be really nice with them as well.
You could emboss it also, like
Yeah,
making on glittery.
yeah. I have to be honest and say I'm not normally a glittery person.
Oh.
But I am going to use glitter tonight. I'm going to be brave and use
Yay.
glitter tonight.
Glitter.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at the houses you were mentioning because, as I mentioned, I'm from Belgium, from the French-speaking part, but it makes me think of the houses from the north of Belgium. Maybe some of you in the live are from there, like from Bruges, Brugge, or Ghent. It's like super typical, or even Brussels. I think we have houses like that.
But you
So,
see, that whole image you've got there, if you were doing it for card making, I would cut that in two, because then you would have two card fronts and
all right.
layer up from there.
Mm-hmm. You could actually make like a door, like
Yeah.
having houses opening up, and then you can see something for Christmas inside.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
A sentiment, and then people need to open the houses to see Merry Christmas or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Right. So this little squirrels that I took from the topper, and the toppers are, there's lots of little toppers within the paper pads. Or you've got that paper that I just showed you has got this image in as well.
Mm-hmm.
So all I've done is I've just cut around it, and I'm just sliding it underneath there. So I've just raised the sentiment up, and I'm just going to put that there like that, and just cut another element away from another paper that gives me
Okay.
this shape. As you can see, it's a paper with all the different borders and things on. When you look at your papers, the Ciao Bella papers, at first your eyes are just drawn to one or two things, and then it's only when you suddenly sit down and see how many elements that you could, if you
Yeah.
want to, cut away and use separately. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was mentioning, I was looking at the couple, and then I saw the you and me, and then behind I saw there were other words that I didn't see when I looked at the paper pad for the first time. So it's absolutely true.
It's absolutely amazing how many you can see. Right, so I'm going to make a couple of cards in one go, because I want to, and I'll explain why. I'm going to use elements of different ones to fill gaps in the other, if that
Oh,
makes sense. Right, so I've just taken that little stud there. So so just for this card is that 12 by 12. I've cut out that beautiful mistletoe, and then I've just started to, add my sentiment in. And I'm going to put that to one side because I want to start another card, and I'll be using leftover bits to add to both. That sounds complicated, but I promise it isn't as complicated as I'm making it sound. Right. Okay, so let's put you there for the moment and let you dry. And the card I want to bring in is this one. And so these are, you get large panels, and they have some beautiful images. This one has got the beautiful swan on.
oh right, yeah, the swan.
It's a gorgeous one. And all I've done is I've just cut the image out, and this is like a long, thin card.
Oh, okay. Like a.
Yeah.
Is it from this paper or the one with the swans?
No, it's from, let me turn around.
This one?
Oh. No, it's from
Oh.
it's from the paper pad. And you'll have the same in the 8x8. You have 6 cards.
Oh, okay. That one.
Yeah, you have 6 cards on a page.
Got it. Got my hands.
Yeah.
This one.
So I'm just. Have you found it? Which one I mean?
This one?
Yes, that's the one. And you see, you've got different. You've got the swan. You've also got another bigger version of the mistletoe.
Right.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is these are scraps of paper I've had left over from a previous project, and rather than throw them away, I obviously keep them because you never know when they're going to become in handy, sort of thing. So one piece. This is why the card size came about, because this actually fitted the DL size card.
Oh.
So that's going to sit on there like so, and then we'll put the other bit on.
Nice.
So I did distress the edges in the other one, but this time I won't. I'll just leave it plain so I can get them made. And then this is the other scrap, and this scrap is going to go along the bottom. Now, I'm not worried about the gap because I do have a cunning plan for that.
Ooh.
You know, when you just go, I hope it works now.
Mm.
So that's just going to go along the bottom there. And this is a beautiful one. It's got it's got a beautiful deep red on the back, or you got the lighter version on the other side.
Is it also from this paper pad?
Yes, hold on.
Okay.
I keep moving around.
This?
It's this one here from the patterns pad. Not that one.
Yeah, I saw.
It's that one there. It's got like text on it.
Yeah, I just have those.
Sorry. I'm making you get all the different papers out now, aren't I? I'm sorry.
About it. Yeah, I mean, it's all the same design. It's just presented in a different way, right? So
it is.
You can find. I think you can find everything in every paper pad or product. It's just that it's another way of looking at it.
It is. So this. Sorry, I've got to undo. This is the topper that we're talking about, and you get some beautiful ones in there. The swan is just stunning.
Yeah, I like this one with the little feet.
Yeah, and I'm just layering it up with some 3D foam, and that's just really being done for speed.
Okay.
Like I said, I would normally layer up with like a gel medium.
Mm. Hey, what's usually your favorite size of paper pad? 6x6 and 8x8 or 12x12?
Oh, do you know, now you put me on the spot, haven't you? I'm gonna. You just go. I'm gonna say 12x12 and 6x6.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the fact that this is in the 12x12, but if I could find it in the 6x6, I can create like a tunnel vision, a smaller bit within a bigger bit. And I like that. I like the fact that the 12x12s, the patterns are bigger. But if I find it in the 6x6, I've got a smaller version. That's all.
Oh, I like this idea. I've never done that. Super smart.
Right, so if I bring this back in, so this original paper, where's my offcuts from it, she says, was the chair that you see there is in the corner of that paper that I cut up into lots of different pieces. I'm just going to grab it. So this is the paper here. So this is where the couple came from.
Right.
In the corner was the chair.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm using both pieces together as such. And all I've done is I've cut the chair out, and the chair is going to sit here. So it looks like if you were sitting on the bench, you'd be looking in at the scene, the swan in the lake. But what I want to do is I want to take some of these papers now, some of these leftover bits now, and I'm going to cut them up and use them to create more of my background. Okay. And that's why I want to use some of the leftover bits on here. And this is why I wasn't worried about the gap here at all, because I just want to do some tearing.
Okay.
I'll keep that bit for the moment. And I'm going to layer it up and work out so about there. So I will make most of my cards like this, then I do the embellishing later.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just do that there. So that bit now covers where there was a gap in the paper. So
right. Remember. Sorry, I tried to respond to the comments at the same
time. No, you carry on. You carry on. I can't watch the comments well, I can and make, but I'd have to stop. I can't look up. So I'm just going to trim away that excess. So now I've created like a faux snow. And that was just from the leftover pieces from there. And I've deliberately kept this piece on with the chair because I didn't know where I wanted to fit it. And I just want to do another one, but slightly thinner this time. I'm just going to put that underneath so I can create some different layers. Actually, I quite like the darker side. Let's have a look. Let's go the darker side. That's one of the benefits of double-sided papers.
Yeah, you can one.
Chop.
How do you say one with two stones? What's the
Yeah.
Yeah. One.
So
I don't know.
it gives you the ability to chop and change your ideas, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, you never know. You start sometimes with an idea and then you end up with something totally different. You're like, where did my mind go?
Oh, I know. Right. I'm just going to put. I'm keeping all these little bits because I will use them in the project. So I just want to put some foam pads on just certain parts of this chair. And there we go. I can always add more. It's if I put I want to tuck things behind, so I don't want to put too many on at the moment because I can always add like glue and foam pads. It's hard to take them out
Right.
if they get in the way. That's all. And I just want to have the chair so it's slightly down, so it's looking in at the swan.
Yeah, I love how you put things in perspective, like that the chair is looking at the swan and things like that.
And I just thought that was a little bit something a little bit different. And I'm going to run the tiniest. I'll lift this up in a moment so everybody can see the tiniest bit of glue along the bottom there because I want the leg to still be kept free. But actually, I've changed my mind. Sorry, I've changed my mind again. I'm going to do something else. Only because I can. I want to actually snip up there. There we
What do you
go.
mean?
Right.
Oh.
What I've done is on the chair, it was joined there. So all I've done is I've just taken my scissors and just snipped that little bit there by the leg of the bench, the chair.
Okay. I see.
I have a plan for that now, and I'm just going to do that way. So now I've just trimmed that down, and what I want to do is with these smaller pieces that I've got left, I'm just going to tear them into different shapes because I can still use them. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And what I want to do is I just want to feed where I've got the chair leg there. Let's just cut that little bit off. I'm just going to feed it under and over, under and over, under and over. Okay. Now I appreciate for some people this is like just, a step too far, but
No, I think it's super cool. Like it's all these details like that made the card super pretty.
so that's now going to just sit there like that, and I'm just going to trim away the excess.
Yeah.
And then what I want to do is now on those little postcards again, you can get all these little characters or on that 12 by 12 page. So I've chosen a different character this time. On my first card, I've used the two squirrels making the snowman. But this time round, I've gone for the one squirrel making a nice big chubby snowman.
Oh, this one, right?
I'm looking to see which. Yep, but you have a backing paper with lots of the little squirrel images on.
Yeah, okay.
You can use that as well, but they're slightly smaller. Because I want the smaller image because I'm trying to create perspective again. I'll show you what I mean once I stop wrestling with my foam pads.
Also on the first page there is those small ones. I think it's the one that you were using, mistletoe sentiment. I just found I was looking for it earlier, like where is that?
Yeah, there you go. But they're papers that you need to spend time looking within all the time. And what I
Yeah.
want to do is I just want to put the squirrel and him making the snowman here. So it's like you're sitting on the bench watching the squirrel, and in the background you've got that beautiful
Oh,
swan.
what a pretty winter landscape.
So I'm just tearing up some of the other bits of the paper because I now just want to bring in another little layers of the snow just to ground the snowman and the
Mm.
squirrel. Otherwise, they look like they're floating.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
I've
like
never used.
those 3D cards where you have different layers of one super close and one a bit further.
Yeah.
So look like that.
And this is all I've used is, and I know I've used smaller elements, but the main part of these elements were just that first paper from the couple and the chair so
Oh,
far. So that, as you can see, so all I wanted to do was just give it a little bit of a grounding. So I've got all of that sitting there like that. I want to keep you. And then what I want to do is just to cover up where I've cut this, I just want to add another little piece across here to make it look like the snow is covering from the backing paper the bottom of the chair legs. So it doesn't look such like a harsh
hmm.
edge. It's got a little bit more of a softer torn edge,
I see.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I've just been looking at the papers and I never thought about it this way, but the cover, you can also actually use it for
Yeah,
products.
but don't forget that the actual sentiment on the cover, what it's called, is a sentiment. It's only right. You could cut that out and use it along
Yeah.
those lines as well.
Or you could even use the name of the collection, Memories of a Snowy Day, on the
Yep.
card.
And then along the top here, I just want to take another piece. It feels like I'm tearing like mad, aren't I? But
Using every piece. Nothing
yeah.
else.
But what I want to do is I just want to put a piece across the top there to make it look like the snow is on the top of the frame as well.
Oh, right.
And there we go. And that's going to sit along there. So I'm just continuing the snow, and it takes away the sharp edge of the actual frame.
Yeah. Mm.
Now, again, this is an image within one of the toppers that you get, and all I've done is I've cut the bird out and the tags that it came on, because I didn't want to use the whole of the image. I just wanted that little bird.
Okay.
So it's looking, as we keep saying, it's looking within all the different. You can, like I said, you can see so many.
Is it
I
this
have.
bird?
Sorry, I'm on a delay because it's Facebook.
No.
So that bird there, yeah. And there's several different versions of him on different papers. Some in circles, like that beautiful wreath there. Some by himself. Some within pages. And all I've done is I've just taken the smaller element from him.
Hmm. Yeah, in this card, I see.
And so you can spend hours looking at the papers, and each time you look, you find something different.
Like a game, find a bird in every paper.
That's it, like that. So that's exactly, as you can see. So that's just taking that element and cutting it away
Right.
from there. And all I want to do is I just want to put the bird, so it's just sitting there. So it's got like a snow behind it, and I've got the ticket there, and just put a bit of glue. There we go. Put that there, and I'll just cut away.
And how long have you been creating with Ciao Bella, Lou?
About 6 months,
Oh.
9 months. Not long. No. Lou sounds like. Oh, good, May. I've just seen May's comment. I keep changing my mind, and I keep So that's the idea with the different parts of the card. So from that initial 12 by 12, at the moment, I'm only left with that and that little bit there, and some of the other torn strips. Because I'm going to use my stamp again. I do apologise, but the sentiment is in the pack. Actually, what we could do. All right, let's change my mind again. Sorry, I just had a cunning plan. She says, looking for it. Where did I put my? Oh.
But it's good because so that you didn't recreate the exact same card. Every card is different.
Yeah. So what I thought is on the 8x8, we've got, the memories of a snowy day. So let's use that. And I'm just going to now. So you've got on the 8x8, we've got the mistletoe and falling snow.
Mm-hmm.
So I can cut that out and add it to my card. So you've got that sentiment straight away, and that image there on the 8x8, that image next to it. So this is the cover sheet.
I see.
And that image there is what I've just cut away.
Yeah, I see. Nice.
So we could use that one, or what we could do is we've got memories of a snowy day, and I'm going to go we'll just do this one for the moment. I'm just going to cut it out.
That's good.
Roughly. Let's put you there.
It's interesting because when I look at both, like the 12x12 and the 8x8,
yeah,
like the mistletoe sentiment is actually bigger on the 8x8 than the 12x12. So
yes, you get lots of lovely versions, don't you, of it?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can compare both papers. Yeah, but this piece is actually the same size on both. Interesting.
So we're just going to cut that there.
They're showing other papers if people are interested to see the collection. There's also this one, which is super nice, with the boat. And this makes me think of like a Flanders landscape. Maybe that was the goal of Ciao Bella. Or maybe Italy. I don't know. But this rings Flanders to me. What about you guys? What city or country does you think about when you see this?
You see, to me, I just see the colours. I just see how beautiful the colours are.
Yeah, like the green and red colors in the buildings, because everything is like black and white, and then you see colors here. So it's a great touch.
Right, because I've changed my mind, I'm just going to try and cut the bird out without taking my sentiment away. There we go.
Yeah, I really love animals, so I'm super happy there are a lot of animals in Ciao Bella's papers.
Oh, they are cute, aren't they? But they're cute with not being too cartoony.
Yeah, right.
They've got a really...
They seem like real life because they're turning the letters out.
Right, let me just put that in the bin. So now I've cut that out. So we've got Snowy Day and still sit there, and I've got the robin, but I've also got this bit here which says memories of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to trim it down, and I can now put that up there. So I've got my memories of a snowy day, and that can be my sentiment. I need to make it a little bit neater because that is awful cutting. Better. Sorry, does everybody else like that? You see it and you go, oh, that's awful cutting. And this is just a little bit of the paper I've got left, and now I keep these little bits because they make great matten layers.
Okay.
So we might as well use that as a matten layer.
What do you mean by matten layer? That
putting one on top of the other.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm putting the sentiment onto another layer. So what I mean by a matten layer. So the one behind now, it's a bit like if we used cardstock. You know, when we use different layers of cardstock, I'm using the paper to create those layers.
Got it. Yeah, so that you get the same color palette.
Yeah. So I've got now my memories of and then we've got Snowy Day can sit here. So you might put some 3D foam on.
Lovely.
So the titles can work on the pages as well as the sentiments in there.
Yeah.
But like I said, that backing paper that's got all lots of different sentiments in, like a cozy day, memories of December and joy, you could easily trim those out as well.
Yeah, even here there's like hello winter.
Yeah, hello winter is beautiful, isn't it? Especially if you don't want to send a card that's got Happy Christmas on it or Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. It gives you so many more options.
That's true.
So I've got my memories of a snowy day. So let's put you down here.
Also, why I love this collection, because it's not Christmas themed, but it's like winter themed.
Yeah.
So you can do more with it.
Oh, definitely. Right, I'm just going to take this here and I'm just going to cut it in half.
Oh.
Because I don't want the bow, but I do want the beautiful berries and the greenery. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. It's looking within the papers at all the lovely images that you get and using them to what works for you. So what I want to do is I want to create, so that now can sit there on the top here. I'm just going to put one pad down the bottom. I have never used so many foam pads. I'm not normally a foam pad person, I must admit, but I haven't got the patience to wait for everything to dry.
Do you only use like small foam tapes or also like
depends on what I'm making. I will use bigger ones as well. So I've got here memories of a snowy day. We'll just put that on pads for now. And we've got that one going on there. Well, it would do if it's stuck down, so let's move you out the way. So got that now can sit at the top of my frame here. So I've got my memories of a snowy day. And what I want to do is where I've cut this in half, I just want to put the other part of the mistletoe so it's coming down the other side of the frame. So I've got it either side.
That's clever.
And I won't glue all of it down. And I do that for a reason, because then you can have a little bit of movement, because some of the mistletoe you could have standing up or moving up. So it just creates a little bit more movement, as it were.
Actually, we could do the same design, but with the couple inside.
Yeah.
Or the mistletoe.
Oh, you could. Definitely. So that's that one there. Right. So that's, so as you can see, so that's just using one of the toppers, that beautiful bench, and then just creating all the different perspective. It needs decorating, which I will do.
Even like this, it's pretty.
Okay. So, and that is now, that and that is all that's left from that 12 by 12 sheet, which I'll keep. And if I'm honest, those bits as well. Right, I'll just move them out of the way over here. Okay, so as you can see, so that's why I did both these two cards at the same time, because the paper that was left over has made all my snow. That was the bench from that paper. So that's why I did them both at the same time, so I could explain where everything was coming from.
Got it.
Right. Do you want me to decorate these two cards or make the third and decorate all at once? It depends on what time you've got.
Up to you. I have time.
Okay, I have as well. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
See what I mean? She can make a card in 2.5 seconds. May is being very funny. Right, put those together. Now, what I've done on my third card, I've changed it slightly. You get a beautiful sheet like this, and I'm trying to remember which one it comes from. It comes from the Patterns pad, and on it, you get lots of different, so you've got the squirrels making the snowman by the letterbox. You've got this beautiful one on the tree, and he's talking to the beautiful bird. And then I've got some swan images. That's the bird by itself. And then we've got some, some beautiful berries, some mistletoe, some holly, and then that beautiful mushroom toadstool. And all that is on one sheet. So that's lots of different elements. And that's from the Patterns, just on one sheet.
So many cards.
Yeah, so what I did was I cut out that one there and to make the card. So it's just sometimes people don't know what to do with the bigger elements,
Right.
especially for card making. So that just cutting that one there, and there's the mushroom, and I've just
Oh,
layered it onto a backing paper. There's the berries,
okay.
and so to create a quick card. But so I've already used that up. So this time round, what I've done is I've cut out this one.
Okay.
The squirrels looking into the mailbox.
And actually, if you have the 8x8, you could also die cut it from one of these cards.
Yeah, if you
About
wanted
the
to use the
same.
smaller one, sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So you could cut it out from the smaller cards as well. It's beautiful. Right, so I will make up the card blank in a moment. So there we go. Right. So this is one of the backing papers that you were saying, and it's the December and Joy. It's got Hello Winter on it. And I've just cut it down to fit onto a piece of craft card. It's on the back of the one that's got the couple on that I used on the 12x12. Okay. And I'm just matching it onto a piece of craft card, and then it's just going to sit onto my card blank like that. So I wanted to make my card blank to measure because it's not quite, it's about 6.5 inch. So all I've done is cut an A4 down and made a flap, so that will then become my card blank. But I'll make that after the live and do it that way.
Okay.
So that's now just going to sit on the top there, and these are just my layers.
Yeah, and I've been looking at those cards, and actually we've been looking on this side till now. But if you if you turn it around, there's a lot of details like this lamp.
Oh, there's lots and lots, but on the back of it, there's lots of details as well.
Trying to show like trees, that little cute bird again. Also like trees like that. Yeah, hard to decide. This side or this side.
It is really, really.
Yeah, you'd want to get it twice so that you don't have to try to choose.
Definitely, definitely. So I'm just, again, just putting a few pads on. Now I want to raise this up. So I'm going to do a similar version to what I made, but obviously I'm using a different image.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried to make each of the cards tonight a different size to show that all the images will work on whatever your preferred card size is.
Right. Thank you for doing that and showing all the possibilities.
Well, we all have different preferred cards, don't we? So
Yeah.
I think I started card making years back, using square cards, and
Okay.
and then you go through different trends, don't you? Like smaller
Mm-hmm.
cards, long skinny cards, half an A4 card.
I think
Sort of,
like slimline, long, skinny cards are good for landscapes or something. If you want
yeah,
to show something very wide, like this would fit so well on card like
yeah,
that. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That the houses one would look good on that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
trying to find it. Yeah, this one, for example, it'll be lovely.
Right. So that is just going to sit in the center like that.
But on square cards, I guess this is where you have the most space to let go
Yeah.
creativity. Big frame.
So I'm just going to trim this down because I don't need the whole of that. And what I've done is, where are they? I've cut out from that same piece of paper some of the holly, and I've cut out some of the berries to put along here. And you also get a little, I can't remember which paper it is, it's got the friends in, which pad. I've got everything out now. Oh, which one is it? You see, I'm lucky and I have lots of little bits to play with. Ciao Bella are very good to their creative team, I must admit. So I've just got all those bits and I can layer it up. And again, I'm going to make this go just a little bit further by cutting it into it. And just making it go that little bit further. So I've got my holly, which is going to sit across there. Actually, which way? No, we'll have the holly sitting across there. Sorry. You know, when you just go, I'll have it there. And then you see, because I've cut into this, I can now have 2 lots of berries just for the price of one. So I can have one there. And I can use the second one can come down here, or it could even go up along the top. So I can actually make it go a bit further. And then I've got some different scraps of different things from leftover bits, she says, sort of thing. I've got these little bits left over from making the first card, and I just want to add a little bit of interest either side, because why waste them?
Or bits and pieces to be used.
Oh, definitely. And also, I mean, think about die cutting. You know, some of the little bits that you have, think about some of your decorative dies that you have. So
Yeah.
these were bits left over from a previous project. So putting it back together makes it look like one piece again, even though they weren't.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then I just want to start layering up. It's just to give some areas to layer up with. Okay.
So I can't see very well, but is the
I'll lift it up, yeah.
Is it below or above the mailbox?
Hold on, let me just stick this. Let me stick this down and I'll show you.
Awesome.
So that's the main image, and then these are just leftover bits from bits of paper that I've had from the same project. But the holly is from the same piece of paper, backing paper, that has all those beautiful squirrel images on. So I've done it that way. And then there is a sentiment says friends, so I want to layer that up as well.
Where'd you get that one from? The friends?
I've got a funny feeling this one could come from the A4 pad, so I apologise if you can't find it.
I just found here it's written Swan Lake. Another cute details.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put that so it sits across there like that. And now I can add in my different berries into different places. I'm trying to think. I might... Yeah, let's elongate that a little bit there. And make it look bigger. And do the same. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now as I work out where I want to put things.
Yeah, so I've been saying it reminds me of Netherlands and all, and actually here I'm seeing a map of the Netherlands, so I think I was right. Here, I don't know if you can see, but it's a map of the Netherlands. So it has been built with Netherlands in mind.
Ah!
And you have ticket to travel Netherlands. So.
Right, so they're basically my cards made quickly, you know, the backgrounds. So we've got that one there from the squirrel and cutting out from there, and then we've got this one here layered up as a DL. So this is like a square, your long skinny, and this is your A5.
Right.
And this is what I do now. I then do all my decorating in one go.
Which one is your favorite so far?
Oh, I think that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
I just think it's because I love the swan image. I think the swan image is absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I just knocked my camera grabbing my stickle glues. So
I also love how you position the items to interact with each other. I mean, interact that the squirrel is looking at the swan, and then you could sit on the bench and look at the swan. So
yeah,
like this one.
So what I want to do is I'm going to use some of stickles, you know, like glitter glue.
Okay.
Or if you prefer, use your PVA glue and sprinkle glitter on. And also what I want to do is I just want to add in some other little elements I found. So this is my toot box of things, of found treasures. And I found a whole lot of stamens. So I want to find some of those and put there. And I even found some moss. So this is like when I find things. They go in different boxes for different reasons. So, and I just want to add, so I've got a little bit, I want to, I don't know, I don't know where I got the moss from. I must have been for a project. And I just want to add, just some little bits in, just for some tactile little bits and pieces. So I can just add in a little bit of the moss along the bottom. So it just adds another texture, another little bit of detail. But that could be anything. If you've got things like felt.
I'm not familiar with the word moss in English. Is it like some grass, kind of?
Yeah, it's the stuff that grows on trees. Like if you go on the north side of a tree, that's where moss is meant to grow.
Gotcha. Oh, and is it like real one or is it some made for crafting?
No, I think it's real. It is real, and it's just been dried out.
Oh wow, that's super cool. Brings like real aspect to the card or real life.
Yeah. So I can add it. Yeah, it's nice to add something touchy-feely. I don't know if touchy-feely is the right word, but that's how I feel it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And these were some stamens I found when I was tidying up. Let's move you out the way. And I just want to add some of these in just to add a few layers.
So what about you guys watching the live? Which card do you prefer so far? Receive your favorite before and after decoration is the same. It can change a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to, just so it sticks really quickly, I'm just going to use some Glossy Accents. And I just want to tuck some of those around there. And I'm just going to do something similar on the opposite side. And all I'm doing is bunching them together and then just tying one into a knot, which keeps it all together. That's about as technical as I get with stamens, I'm afraid. I'm not a flower making person. I haven't got the patience, which sounds a bit silly when you consider that I'll sit here and cut images out for hours on end.
Everybody's patient forever and of something else.
Yeah. Right. So that was just adding a little bit of texture and detail on there. So tactile. So I'll just put that to one side, and then I'm going to add the Glossy Accents to last. That one I'm not doing anything more on. So let's put you to one side.
I like that you put the moss next to the mistletoe image because it makes like a grass or plant area.
It's just something a little bit tactile, isn't it?
Right, also.
And right, I'm chucking stamens everywhere now. Right, I don't want these ones. So I want to grab, like I said, I found a load. I've got some white ones. If I'd have been good, I would have sorted them all out a little bit more. Oh, let's grab.
That's right.
Grab that one. I can't be. Let's chop that there. And I just want to do something similar here with these and just add a few bits and pieces in. So the cards will be similar, but not identical. I can't do too many identical things. I just.
Where is the fun if it's the same, right?
I know, that is true. That is true. Also, you think of different ideas as you go along, don't you?
That's true also. And you can be also in a different state of mind. Maybe today you had a good day or a bad day. So
yeah.
You'll be crafting differently.
Right, so I've got some there, and I'm just going to.
Was exploring the papers. I also saw on this paper with the squirrels with the mailbox that there is like a big building, and it makes me think like of people doing Christmas shopping or something during winter.
It is, but if you didn't want to use the whole paper and you're being frugal with it, you've got the squirrels could be cut out as as one and layered onto a piece, and then you've got, like you said, the buildings as another to work with as well.
Yeah. Ooh, it's difficult on reverse. Yeah, that area and then this area. And then you could even cut the corner here to use this corner in the corner of a card. And then
Yeah.
make the third one.
So I'm just going to put a little bit more there. Let's move you out of the way. And then what I want to do is I'm just going to grab a flower. Sorry, I'm rummaging in my found box now. I don't do flowers very often, so I have to say you're all. I'm surprised myself here.
Doing some new exclusive
I
today.
know, yeah, you are actually, because I don't. Flowers and ribbons aren't always things I use. I used to, but I don't really seem to do that anymore. I don't know why. But right,
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes it's
just.
just trends or you are into something into it all the time and then you don't want to see it for the next 6 months.
There is that. There is that. So I've got just going to grab a few bits here, and I want to add. I'm just going to have a look. No, I think I'm going to go for this one here. Let's open it up a little bit.
Do you use special glue to glue these flowers?
I'm for speed tonight. I'm using Glossy Accents, but I have to say, if I was at home, I'd probably use. Well, I am at home, which does sound a bit silly. I would use like a gel medium, only because that works better for me.
I see.
We're all different, aren't we?
Yeah.
With what we like to use. I like a gel medium because once it's set, it's set.
Okay. I guess
Just
also
thought,
it depends of what we have at disposal.
yeah, yeah, there is that. PVA works just as well.
True.
Like you say, use what you have around you. So I just want to put that there.
Yeah, if we had to get everything that exists to crafting, I think you need a second house just for your crafting stuff.
I know. I just want to put the flower in there, and
Wow.
just to tie in the flower, I'm just going to cut this one in half because I can then add little bits of the red just down the bottom here. This is actually, I would say, my favourite part when you do. My family calls it faffing, which means I'm just moving stuff around, sticking stuff down, and putting it wherever I want it, sort of thing. Which is just, in my eyes, it's just rude. No, it's my favourite bits when you take things on, off, and just change where you want them to go. Right, so on that one there, all I've done is added some flowers and some stamens and everything like that from there. And let's put the lid on that before it just goes everywhere.
But also when you do the decoration and you say you take things off and out, sometimes you have this feeling that you're not able to find the right way, and then you're not happy, and then you keep on moving things around, and then at some point you get, okay, I love this one, I'm gonna keep it this way. So you're looking for that feeling, okay. Well,
and then
perfect.
and then from this scrap of paper, this is just a punch I've got. I just want to punch out a few hearts. So one's going to sit there, and then so even from your little scraps of paper, if you've got punches, you know, use your punches just to add some. Don't. I suppose we're all dreadful for that, aren't we? We'll keep papers.
We all have that huge box of scraps that we may use someday. I don't know when, but I may, and I don't want to throw it. No.
So there we go. So that's going to go there. Right. And I thought the heart could go and sit here because it's obviously the couple.
So you're putting a foam tape behind all the hearts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to raise them up.
Got it.
Okay, so that's going to sit there. Let's do one about there. Because obviously they're a beautiful couple. We've got to have a little bit of love in the air, haven't we?
Of course.
And I'm just going to put one down here. And then I'm just going to, that's it. So that's those bits done. I'm just going to move some of the bits out of the way. I just want to grab a paintbrush now. Right, so I've got smooth glues. So all I want to do now is I just want to add some stickles and some glittery bits and pieces. So These only ever seem to come out when it's Christmas. I'm not a glitter person. I am honest. And where I've done those hearts, I'm just going to put a little bit of the glitter on there. And fill it up.
There's also this page full of mistletoe. If you want to die cut something, use your dies or whatnot. Could be pretty. If you have like a flower die, you could die cut it in this and you have lots of mistletoe. How long do you need them to dry, the glitter?
Depends on how thick you put them on. They'll be dry 15, 20 minutes maximum.
Oh, okay.
Then what I just want to do is using some of another little sparkly bits. I just want to pick out, because on this paper here, you can see the little tiny bits of like where the snow has caught the light.
Right.
And I just want to put a few little bit of stickles just to highlight some of those.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean here.
And then some on the image itself. Just to make
glitter, I let it dry for a bit, and then I touch it to see if it's dry, and it's 1 or 2 times not, and then I feel so bad because I messed up my car by touching it.
I know that this is one of the reasons I do these bits last, because then it'll be the bit I'll do last, and I go away and leave them overnight.
Yeah, I do the same now.
Right, and I'm just going to put some of the glossy accents on some of the mistletoe berries, so they now stand out a little bit shinier. Okay, so that's that card fully done.
Wow.
And decorated. So slightly different to that one. So where you see the glitter glue there on the top there, it'll just dry along there on the little hearts and stuff like that. So, and you can see where I put the glitter then on the different spots,
right,
and stuff like that. So that's that card quickly done and decorated. Let's move you out the way so I don't put my finger in it.
You have so many details on this card. Even like if the person who receives it, she just can spend hours looking at it. So pretty.
And then I want to just get the same stickles, and then on this one here, I just want to just put some of the stickles, and I'm really not paying attention to where it goes at the moment. I just want to just lay down some of the glitter bits and put some on there. So the stickles is on there, and then what I want to add to the stickles is some of the white and mix the two in together.
Do you have fake snow?
It never works for me, but yes, I know what you mean. I just get it everywhere. That's me and glitter are like that as well. It just goes everywhere, and then I will never use it again for a long while.
Yeah. What I try to do is to use like this glue pen, and to put little spots on the card, and then put the fake snow on it, and then it's like you have some snowflakes going on. Cool.
So I'm just going to mix the stickles with the liquid pearls, just to create a little bit of texture and within the snow and on the chair. And on the snowman and down here. And also doing it this way, adding the liquid pearls, because it's white, I can put that then where there's joins that I want to hide. We'll put some on the sentiment and a bit more on the tree. And some up here. And then I'm just going to wipe my brush off and put some other bits on. And just clean it. That was my water pot up there. So all I've done is just added a few little bits of the stickles, and with the paintbrush just spread them out and about. So let's do put some red berries on because we did it on the other one. So I'm trying to stick to similar colours. So if you haven't got a lot of everything in your stash, it doesn't, you can use the same things with these papers. Pick a colour scheme and use that as such. And what I then want to do is using the glossy accents. Now, if you haven't got glossy accents, you could, if you've got like a Sakura glaze pen, you could go over the top of your images. Or if you've got an embossing pen, like you would use for embossing ink, you could do that as well, and then put clear embossing powder over the top. So I just wanted to do the swan, and I want to do the squirrel.
Yeah, embossing would make things very shiny. I love when it's shiny.
And then just to do one on the bird up here as well. Obviously, the glossy accents takes just that little bit longer than anything else to dry. So I've just literally put the glossy accents onto the swan, the squirrel, and my little bird. So when they're dry, let's put you down. You can see it creates like a slight raised effect on the beautiful swan and makes her stand out.
Wow.
And the same with the little squirrel images and the little bird. It just makes them stand out just a little bit more. So that one obviously needs to definitely dry and not have my fingers in it. And then finally, sorry about keeping everybody so long.
No, I love to watch you. I'm getting a lot of ideas and inspiration.
So I'm just putting it the same again. I'm just putting a little bit on here.
I have to say the one with the swan is still my favorite, even after decoration.
It's a beautiful image, isn't it?
Yeah, so beautiful. We try to show it again. Some people just joined.
And it features in quite a few of the backing papers as well. It is such a beautiful.
But what I like also in this card is that the swan is going a bit off frame, so it gives like an impression of dimension that it's coming to you or like it's going out of the paper.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Also quite cool. Yeah.
So I'm just putting a little bit there. And some on the moss a bit on this. And there we go, down here.
Yeah, I've never used brush in card. It's quite cool.
Thank you. Right, let's put something on let's put a little bit of sparkle on the berries.
Is it red, pink that you use?
Red, it's a red stickles called cranberry.
Oh, right.
And then I'm just going to put some liquid glossy accents on just some of these other berries that we've got. Just so I've got some different textures going on. Put that there. So we've got them just showing on all the different textures. So in my previous card, wherever I've put that, oh, here it is. Sorry, let's swap hands. I've just added, so that's from the previous one. So it's cutting away. And I've just added exactly the same on the glossy accents onto the little mushroom, onto the berries again, and added some extra white. But I could put glossy accents onto the squirrel like I did the swan if that's what I wanted to do. So that's it. That's my cards done. I know I've got to let them dry. Let me just, I'm trying to find places to let them dry now. You know, when you go, where should I put this one safely? Let's put you over there. So they're all different versions. So that was my original design. Taking that beautiful topper from that paper, that squirrel, and that's tonight. So just from the same, so you can create two similar-ish sort of cards. And that was from the one paper. Even the berries and the holly were on that paper as well. Right, let's put you there. Put you there. You know, when you go, let's put you here, put you there. And then this one is slightly different but similar. So that's the couple, which was my starting point on the paper. and just cutting that couple out and that beautiful mistletoe, and then just changing the flowers, but adding the different embellishments on top.
You know, it's the same collection, but it gives a very different vibe, I feel.
Yeah.
So,
And then that's this one here, and that's just changing the sentiment. And we use the sentiment from the front of the actual paper pads themselves. So it's like this one's Memory of a Snowy Day, and that's the actual collection name. And we've
yeah.
used it as a sentiment. Yeah.
Here you can see it's on the cover.
So that one needs to dry, obviously, and that one's more dry. So they're my 3 cards.
Wow. Super pretty. Congrats.
So thank you. I mean, I know it's taken a while. You've been on a while, but thank you.
No, it was a pleasure to watch you crafting. And so, what are you going to do with those cards now?
Right. We did have a chat before, didn't we? And I said I'd give all the cards away.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how you.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. All in all, there's 6 cards here, or you can have 2 lots of 3.
Okay.
I don't know what you would prefer, but I'm more than happy if you want to pick winners, and I'll send them out.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I just put on my Instagram, and then have people join till the end of the week or so, and then we can start. How's that sound? Awesome.
And I'll send over the photograph images closer up for you.
Awesome. Then everybody will be able to see them also. That would be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to win those super stunning cards, feel free to join Julie's Secret Stash on Instagram. I put in the chat the link. And yeah, I'll put tomorrow more information about how you can win them. Yeah, somebody will be super lucky to have those super pretty cards in their hands. Cool.
No, thank you ever so much, everyone, for bearing with. I know you've been here, about an hour and a half. So
yeah.
I did try and go as quick as I could.
time flies when we are having fun crafting, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So thanks everyone for watching, and it was super nice to meet you, Lou. I hope we can meet again sometime soon.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be lovely. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. And thank you, Ciao Bella.